A lot of people gave me backlash because they felt like I was taking Funky Dineva's side in the whole Tamar DC's affair situation. And it wasn't that I was taking Funky Dineva's side. It's just that when you see somebody like Tamar who's always into some stuff or some mess, like it's hard to believe her. It's hard to want to take her side. And in this situation with songwriter Tiffany Red, she basically is screwing her out her money. She's keeping her money hostage. We got to talk about this, you guys. But first, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to get directly into this video. So for those of you who don't know, Tiffany Red was a songwriter, or is still a songwriter. Let me give her respect. Is still a songwriter. However, she has been heavily in the news because she has criticized artists screwing over songwriters and taking majority of the royalties because, let's be honest, you don't really make money in the music industry anymore. And with the artists trying to take 40 to 60% of the royalties, even though they did not write the song, it's screwing a lot of people over. And Tiffany is one of these people who have gotten screwed over. She talked about Diddy, she talked about Beyonce, and now she's talking about Tamar again. Let's go ahead and get into the video, you guys. Here we go.
If you're a fan of Tamar, if you're a supporter of mine, please tag Tamar in this video, okay? Thank you. All right. Tamar, you know I've been trying to get in contact with you via email, through acquaintances. I've reached out to Vince, trying to get your signature on this letter of direction for Sound Exchange for the song King that we did 10 years ago. I have not been paid my Sound Exchange royalties for this song because the original letter of direction that was signed by Vince was not, it was rejected in 2017 by Sound Exchange because you did not submit an artist authorization form to give Vince the right to sign for you. And so, you know, I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've contacted our mutual acquaintances, and they told me that you said that you weren't going to sign it, or tell her to call Vince, and talking about the fact that I've spoken publicly about working with you in the past. And the thing is that has absolutely nothing to do with this. This is a contract. It is a contract, and in the contract it states that I am owed 16.66% of all Sound Exchange royalties for the song King, period. So I've already let Vince know, and I've let you know via email that y'all had X amount of time for us to handle this privately. You didn't do it, which is so ridiculous to me. Like, this is not hard. Just sign it. Just be a stand-up businesswoman and just handle your business. It's not that hard. Like, I legit, when Sound Exchange reached out to me letting me know they have money for me, I hit them on the side, because we were copied on that, and you're copied on that email, but I hit them on the side and I asked, how much are they holding? Because I'm like, I need to know how much this is to even know if it's worth the fight I know I'm gonna have to fight to get this money that I worked for. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've talked to Vince several times. Nothing has come from it. He's like, I'm going to work it out for you, calling me, hey, sweetie, I'm going to work this out for you. Vince, I'm not your sweetie. I'm not your sweetie. I'm a businesswoman. Would you be calling me sweetie if I was a man? No, you wouldn't. And I said to Vince, listen, just get it handled. But I have a sneaky suspicion. I'm not sure, but my suspicion is Vince probably can't get it handled because he needs Tamar, if you're watching this video, to sign the artist authorization form for him to even be able to sign on your behalf. So it still is up to you, which is why I'm making this video to you. Now, I've reached out to you and Vince, and I let y'all know that if I was not able to get this secured, if I wasn't able to get this secured, that I'm going to have to take legal action to enforce my rights. I don't want to. I don't want to fight with you, girl. I don't, like, at all. Like, I got so much better shit to do than to be fighting with you. But here I am. And, you know, it's so crazy because it's like, this is the shit that made me quit. This is the shit that made me, because to me, it's not worth it. If I have to fight for every dime I worked for, this is not worth it. If I have to be stressed out and I got to potentially file lawsuits and all this kind of shit, go public and all kind of other stuff just to get paid for what I worked for. You know, I wrote that song in my living room in Burbank on my fucking couch by myself, wrote and produced. I own 85% of the publishing of that song. Like, and so it is severely, I feel so disrespected anytime I have to fight for my shit because I own majority of it. I did this song. Me. I shouldn't have to fight you to get paid for it, but I will. And that's what I told our acquaintance. Our acquaintance is like, Tiff, I don't want y'all to fight. I'm like, I don't want to fight. I have been in good faith trying to get this handled for this last month and a half. And since 2017, Sound Exchange, in good faith, I mean, I can't speak for them, but I can say what my experience was with working with them, that they have in good faith been reaching out to get this handled. And it's just being ignored. So here we are. Tamar, please just sign the letter of direction. If you do not sign the letter of direction, I have no choice but to pursue legal action to enforce my rights. Thank you. And thank you to whoever sent it to Tamar. Thank you. It's that I am owed 16.6.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to part 2.
Okay, since we're here, let's talk about it. So this is not my first experience with Tamar and Vince doing business that is not above board with me regarding this song. So when this song came out in 2015, this was when Tamar was on The Real. She was a host of The Real. Tamar performed King on The Real. And I remember she performed it before the album came out, and I was pissed because I hadn't been paid yet. I hadn't been paid for the song. I'm like, damn, she performing my shit, but she not gonna pay me yet? Crazy. Even though I knew the album was about to come out. But I kept my mouth shut and I just let it fly. The album comes out. I remember a bunch of her fans was like tagging me and asking me questions on Twitter, like, oh my God, we heard Tamar is gonna perform King on Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, what? So I reached out to my manager and I'm like, yo, did we get a licensing agreement from the network for Dancing with the Stars to use King? No. Cool. So my manager reaches out to Dancing with the Stars, is that ABC? I think it's ABC. If it's not, or CBS, one of them, don't get me wrong, but one of those networks. Reach out to the network, and the network tells my manager, oh, well, Tamar, they said that Tamar did this song herself. So we already cleared her to dance to it because she said that she had written the song. Excuse me, what? What do you mean? That's not true. So then the network is like, what? So then obviously I'm like, hell no. So then we tell Vince, we pull the song. She cannot perform to this song. Vince calls me, Tiff, she's been rehearsing all, for the last month. And I'm like, Vince, I have been waiting. And now this album is out. It is on the shelves. It is being performed. This is the second time it's being performed on TV. And y'all still have not paid me my producer fee. This is literally how I got paid for this song. I got paid for King because I threatened to pull it so that Tamar could not perform to it on Dancing with the Stars a day or two before her performance. The network was so like, oh my God, that they invited me to the show. I went, me, my manager, and an old friend of mine who I'm no longer friends with. We all went to the show and we watched Tamar perform my song. When initially, not only had I not been paid yet after the album was out, but initially they approved it and said, oh no, Tamar did it. We have the right to approve this. No, you don't. Tiffany Red owns 85% of the publishing of this song. Network was mortified. The network was mortified. I was so fucking pissed. Like, why? And then I remember you know, this was the first time me producing on another artist, and I had to approve the credits and whatever. And so I approved the credits, and the producers on the song was me and that Tamar works with, right? We agreed to this. We agreed to the splits. She gets her. We agreed to the credits. She was going to be on the credits as a songwriter. Obviously, she's a performer on the song. Whatever. The album comes out. Why is Tamar credited as a producer on the song? So when I came forward and I talked about Tamar before, I talked about how she didn't write on King. That's what I talked about. Now, you know, like I said in my previous video, I wrote King by myself. And how King got to Tamar was through LaShawn Daniels. God rest his soul. I played the song for LaShawn. LaShawn was like, wow, this is beautiful. The original song was called Fear Not. It was a song I did for myself as an artist. I played him the song. He's like, wow. This is when he was working on Tamar. Oh my God, I'm gonna go play it for them. Plays it for Tamar and Vince. She wants to cut it. Boom. We get in the studio. She cuts it. She cuts it with I want to say TC vocal produced that song. TC vocal produced that song and the other song, I Love You, that I did on that album. Shout out to TC, Love You Down. And so the song was almost done. The song was almost done. Any songwriting that Tamar did on that song was minor. Maybe it was on the bridge or something like that. It wasn't nothing crazy. The song, the meat and potatoes of the song was complete. But I was okay to give her a little publishing. Whatever. Cool. We gonna play the game. Lit. Play the game. Play the game. I walked away with 85%. Fine. Why is your name in the credits as a producer, Tamar? It was bad enough that you in the credits as a songwriter, walking around like you wrote the damn song. It's bad enough that you went on Dancing with the Stars and attempted to perform the song without my consent and without paying me when the album was already out. And now you added yourself as a producer? And you expect me 10 years later to not fight for mine? You got me fucked up, sis. All the way fucked up. Comes out. I remember a bunch of her fans was like,
wow. Listen, people might not like Tiffany because she's outspoken, but somebody got to say it. Tamar, you owe this woman money. And mind you, I just listened to part 1. I didn't even know there was a part 2 until I started this video, you guys. But knowing that literally Tamar tried to perform this song that she has not paid Tiffany for, oh, nah. Tiffany, I don't blame you for speaking out. And Tamar's one of those people who, oh, she said something about, she was talking about me. Oh, now I'm not going to sign it. Because granted, Tamar doesn't care about that little money because she wouldn't get a lot because Tiffany owns 85%. So she's probably like, whatever couple of dollars that I'm gonna get from that song, screw it, I don't care. But somebody like Tiffany, who's a songwriter, and we know songwriters don't make money like that, she's like, yo, I need my money. And like, who cares about the previous issue that we had? Like, you need to sign off on this. And again, she explained that she has talked to Vince, and Vince has tried to sweetie her to death. And you know, when people say sweetie and honey, that's condescending. So I'm glad that she called that out. Like, yo, like, you need to talk to her and tell her, like, hey, give me my money. And the reason why she can't talk to Tamar directly, you guys, is because she's blocked. She's blocked, so she can't talk to Tamar. So she has to talk through her, through social media, through people in order to get her money. And the thing is that it's probably going to cost Tiffany more money to fight it in court than it's even worth. And so this is why she's publicly speaking out on this. And again, Tamar always wants to cry, oh, you guys make me the bad guy. You make me the bad guy. You don't have to be the bad guy. Just do right. Sign off on the song so Tiffany can get her royalties. Like, you done perform the song on Dancing with the Stars and trying to, you know, slide past Tiffany and go around her. And again, I have to call out Tiffany and be fair. You go into the Dancing with the Stars, it almost gave that little approval, like that. Oh, it's okay that I get screwed over. I'm pretty sure now Tiffany knows her lesson about all that. So I'm pretty sure she knows that. But again, when you give them a little inch, they take a mile and you end up getting screwed over at the end. But Tamar got to grow up. This is why I believe Funky, what he says. I believe Tawanda, what she says. I believe everybody when it comes to Tamar, because not everybody can be lying on this lady. Everybody cannot be lying on this lady. But y'all let me know, do you think that Tamar should sign off on this song or sign the contract, the sound check, so Tiffany can get her money? Yes or no? Answer that in the chat right now. I love y'all for watching. Be safe. Love one another, you guys. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some more Tamar drops.